Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching it. I much appreciate it. So what we are running today is the new Eviscerator, and we will actually be, instead of running the Flamer, we'll be running the Bolter. This is the Eviscerator. We have Rampage for hitting three enemies with an attack, increases their damage by 32%, and then Savage Sweep, and at least 3 enemies with attack, increases your cleave by 200% for 2 seconds, which is pretty good. We can actually might re-roll the perks between but or not. Yeah. Anyway, we have some talents to run to build, so we will be going towards sort of the melee orientated one with the Stunstorm grenade. We're just going to get this and Vyrath be swift. And I believe we will be going to well, we got to get until death. We'll go. Yeah, we'll go down to Benediction here, and then we'll get obviously Chastise the Wicked. Double tap it. You're gonna go over here. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, and then go straight down to Martyrdom. Boom. And so we have our Dance of Death, Thy Wrath Be Swift, so that our Chastise the Wicked has iframes or can't be stopped. And we have iframes with Swift Certainty. And then obviously we have all this juicy melee stuff. Yeah. And then this is the second to last of the new weapons. The next weapon that we will be trying out is going to be the new knife, which will probably be another Zealot build, probably a stealth build. So yeah, Eviscerator, and then it's the new knife, and then that is all the weapons. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, and we're in. Woo, take a little sip. My peach gamer sips. Love to taste it. You know, one thing that I like working nights and afternoons because I don't have to get up early. But at the same time, if I would worked in the morning shifts, I'd be able to stream in the afternoon more often. And it's just a damn shame because I want to play more Rogue Trader, but I don't want to play it without you guys, essentially. You know? Come on, Shan. Chop. Got him. Yeah. It's a damn shame. But honestly, like, I wouldn't even mind waking up early, but I don't want to wake up early to go to Target, you know what I'm saying? That just sounds bad. Yard, there'd be a demon host. Oh. Got him. I don't know how I missed on that first one, but we did. So one thing about this Eviscerator is that it's very much, it's obviously, you know, it's got good sweep on it. Like, look at that. Oh, but it can be a little slow once you get past the, like, it's a little bit slow on its attacks a little bit, you know. So like once you get like obviously the charge is pretty slow, you know. And even the attacks aren't the fastest. But it definitely hits like a truck. Got him. Yeet. Got him. You can't stop me. I'm too fast. and in the dome. Get up, Dave Bautista. Pick up on that grenade. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Come through. Also, I saw Godzilla -1. And holy moly, I don't give out a lot of 10 out of 10s. The only movies I consider a 10 out of 10 are Princess Mononoke, maybe Captain America: First Avenger. There was another one. Well, I can't remember it, so clearly it wasn't a 10 out of 10. But Godzilla -1 might unironically be a 10/10. Oh, and the first Godzilla vs. Destroyer. You know, that one is just... Come on. Who are we fooling here, saying that one's not a 10 out of 10? Although that might be a 10 out of 10 nostalgia, not like a legit 10 out of 10. But yeah, Godzilla -1. So spoilers, skip ahead a few minutes. TLDR, the synopsis of Godzilla -1 is that it's after World War II. You follow this failed Japanese kamikaze pilot, like through his story, and like how he comes back to a ruined Japan after the war, you know, and he essentially rebuilt his life. But he saw Godzilla when it was like in its adolescent phase, if you will, because he had like gone to an island, essentially like base, to get his plane repaired, because although it wasn't actually a problem, he just, you know, didn't want to kamikaze himself, which is valid. But Godzilla was there, and he had a weapon that might have been able to like kill it, or at least they thought at the time, and he didn't. So, and he like ran away, and a bunch of people died because of him, or essentially, you know, he blamed himself for that. So he's like in his sad boy hours. He gets back to Tokyo, you know, he finds that his parents are dead, some people give him shit for being a failed kamikaze pilot and essentially blaming him. Holy moly, that is a chaos bomb. Die. Got him. But eventually, like, he kind of rebuilds, you know. He goes on, he finds this girl who has, like, a kid that she adopted, like a war orphan baby. You know, they take care of each other. You know, eventually he gets a job to clear out mines in the water. You know, he gets some money, they build a new house. They're not married, but it's definitely like, you know, it's the vibe of they want to be. They just, for some reason, they haven't. And it reveals, you know, later in the movie why. But then Godzilla shows up in the town that she works at. And this is adult Godzilla now. And, you know, he fucks shit up, and oh my god, his atomic breath. Oh, maybe the coolest. Like, if you thought Godzilla 2016, 2014, if you thought that atomic breath was cool, oh my god, this atomic breath quite literally blows that one out of the water. And, you know, he thought that his wife died. Well, wife, not wife. Wife. And he's all fucked up about it, because he's like, okay, shit, this is essentially my fault. I'm blaming myself for this. Sorry, one second. Also, I did not queue for this map. We've gotten this map every single time in these videos, which is pretty lucky. And essentially, oh yeah, they do fight Godzilla before in the town thing, like just before it gets there, or something. And it's like it's shown like a bunch of old like classic Godzilla war footage of it destroying like American and Japanese battle cruisers and shit. And they find out that Godzilla can essentially heal itself from pretty much any wound. Anyway, yeah. Godzilla destroys Ginza, which was a very cool scene. I can't believe this movie had a $15 million budget. Godzilla and the atomic breath looks so cool. And essentially, a bunch of people were like, hey, we're like a kind of a citizens collective here. We're gonna try to destroy, find a way to beat Godzilla. You know, I have some old military connections. I got us some old decommissioned warships. And this, that, the other. They conduct a plane to essentially drag Godzilla to the bottom of the ocean to, like, have the pressure kill him. And if that doesn't kill him, pull him back up so he gets depressurized and essentially blobfished. But, you know, they're like, oh, well, we need someone to lead Godzilla, and our kamikaze pilot friend's like, oh, I'll do it, just give me a plane. They get him a fancy stealth plane, and he has to find, but it needs fixing. So he gets one of the last remaining, or the only remaining mechanic from the island that I mentioned earlier. He gets that guy to do it, because it's like, if you do this with me, we can end, our war's not over. If we do this, we can end our war. And the kamikaze pilot essentially planned to fly into Godzilla's mouth and explode it from there, because when they fought Godzilla earlier, they found out that his armor's not so tough on the inside, you know? I'm gonna pop this just so I can start running. Yeah, it turns out that Tachibana, which is the mechanic's name, had essentially forgiven the guy, since he was like, you're willing to do this, I'll forgive you, and he installed an ejection seat into the plane. Or, well, it was already there, but he just fixed it or something. Anyway, you know, they go final confrontation with Godzilla, they beat Godzilla. It was oh my god, the cinematics were very cool. Our kamikaze pilot friend flies into Godzilla's mouth, and Godzilla's head is blown off, like, and it was very cool, very cinematic, the whole scene, you know. I'm not describing it in super detail because I don't want to spoil everything, but you know, it was very cool. And it turns out his wife did not die in the explosion created by the atomic blast. By the Godzilla's atomic breath. She just got injured and was in a hospital and was like passed out, and no one knew where she was. So happy ending for us all. Also, I did not realize I healed myself. No, my martyrdom stacks. And yeah, like the themes of the movie were it was very much like, oh, and also they like, obviously Godzilla's not dead. They revealed that. Godzilla, not dead. Because it's Godzilla, right? The themes of the movie were very much strong in, like, finding life, like dealing with PTSD, quite literally, in the form of a giant lizard, and also, in rampant nightmares and stuff. What does it mean to be alive? Like, what does it mean to, like, move on from traumatic experiences? To, like, essentially, like, find self-worth again? To forgive those that, you know, like... And, like, another big message of the movie was, like, how Japan essentially threw away lives in that era. And, like, essentially fighting for, not to die for the country, but to fight for their future to live on. It was very, very good. And it wasn't like the normal kind of Godzilla. It wasn't like Shin Godzilla of like, oh, this is, you know, this is our punishment for our actions. It was very much like, you know, we have to come together to become essentially better than what we were, and like to find the meaning of life and all that. And it was very good. And I highly recommend it. It was like, I think it may have been one of the best movies I've ever seen. But I will say, one thing about my theater experience though, theater was, it wasn't like a super busy day. It was a Friday. Well, it was a Friday night, but it was like in a kind of a small town, out of the way theater. But it was like a D-box, I think, but the chairs were very comfortable. They reclined. They had like little serving trays on them. It was good. It was a good theater. Smaller one, but I like the smaller theaters. If a theater's too big, I'm like, this is too much. I also brought my blue light glasses because this should be hurting my eyes nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But they had originally they'd forgotten to start the movie. And when my buddy went out to go pee, he went and told them about it. He's like, I'm gonna go piss and tell them about it. And apparently they said, oh crap. Hello? Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't have a grenade for that game. But yeah, there were some Zoomers in kind of the same row as us on the opposite side, and they were watching fucking TikToks and like talking, like listening to like music during it. And luckily, they left halfway through, probably because their Zoomer brains couldn't watch anything longer than 60 seconds that didn't have Minecraft parkour at the bottom. Yeah. I don't know what has ruined. I feel like when I was young, I never had these, like, when I was like 16 younger, I never had these issues of people like watching on their, or going on their phone or being like obnoxious in the movie theater. Like, yeah, sometimes people would talk, but they'd like be whispering about the movie, which is fine. Talk about the movie. You're here. Just keep it quiet. Like, I talk about the movie with 5 buddies, but I keep it quiet. But like watching TikToks, man. Like, obviously, they were like loud, but they were loud enough for the whole theater to hear. It was. Ugh. But other than that, luckily, after they left, the movie theater was. The experience was. Fairly good. There's a part at the end, like after it, some guy got up and started stomping around, like making Godzilla noises. It was very funny. But yeah, people cried. People cried at the end of that movie, and it's not surprising. That movie was so good, man. How did he die?
Unenlightened work units have also been pressed to service, and in impressive number.
A concern will be borne by others.
How did he die?
No archaeologist.
His head just did that. I'm so confused. I like this new Eviscerator. Oh, what do you mean that caught his shield? Come on, brother. Sliced. Nice. Unidentified. Oh, it's rats. Those are rats. Skaven reference? Maybe. Bitch. I love the Injustice KX8's voice. It's so good. Wish that was an explodey barrel. Leave that psyker alone. Said no zealot ever. Holy moly. Ouch. You know what? Actually, it's fine. Martyrdom stacks for the days. Do I have 2 psychers? No, I have a veteran. So how did that guy die? Might as well grab that bolter ammo. Oddly red plastic lunch boxes. Cube. It's more of a rectangle. See, like, once you get into the charge, it takes forever to, like, go. Oh, the Game Awards happened as well. The Baldur's Gate 1. I feel like I've already talked about this, but Baldur's Gate 1, to no one's surprise, Spider-Man fans are upset because Spider-Man didn't win a single award. And I have to say, Spider-Man 2 might have been good, but compared to every game that came out, at least it got nominated, right? There's some games that didn't get nominated. Also, a game called Cocoon won Indie Game of the Year, which apparently no one had ever heard of. I've heard of it, but I didn't know. Well, I thought Pizzagate was Pizzagate. Pizzagate's like a right-wing thing, I think. Pizza Tower. I thought Pizza Tower was a shoo-in. Everyone and their mother loves that game. But clearly not more than Cocoon. Spin move. Got him.
Here, this is the heart of the anomaly. Deploy your servo skull. Seek your answers.
Get in there! You are bleeding, Psycho! Your end is mine!
You love my psyker. I don't need it. I'm a zealot. Last thing I even want is to be healed.
Deploy your auspexes and remain alert for data points.
Get them dead!
I tire of seeing tertium systems subverted to heretic goals.
Book.
An affront to the Omnislayer.
Oh, and here. I wonder if that can run Doom. Probably not. Can't get me, I'm running at you. Ooh, get juked. Dumbass. Get ducked on. Imagine you're a trained sniper with the Mobian 6. You've been a sniper for as long as you can remember. Some alcoholic with a giant chainsaw ducks your shit. Get fucking schwacked, nerd. Can't escape justice. Not when I'm coming at you.
Satisfactory. Destruction warranted. Render the mark synthesizers more functional.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Excuse me, pardon me.
Spirits, thank you.
Not all that is lost can be saved endlessly. Stillness is preferable to subversion.
I don't think she's disagreeing with you, Hadron.
Your fire ended, complainer. I am your judgment! I know it's Kevin Psycho!
Get up, Dave Batista.
Genesis chamber.
Drop the ammo now, might as well.
I'm pressed to your purpose.
Modifier, no modifier.
Release.
This is just normal damnation, by the way, not arc. It's mostly because I wanted to take a kind of a chill game as I was thinking about Godzilla.
Active field protect.
It's definitely a movie I can watch more than once, for sure.
Waited to cease.
Because I'm not very good at rewatching films. Like, Prince of Mononoke I could rewatch over and over. Godzilla Minus One I could rewatch over and over. I could rewatch Captain America First Avenger over and over, for sure. At least, and by over and over, I mean multiple times. But Prince of Mononoke I did watch over and over. That's it. I'm getting me a mallet. I don't have a mallet, I have a Eviscerator. Whatever. Chainsword. Chainsaw. Chainsword's my beloved. I think chainswords are cooler than power swords generally. But thunderclaws are the coolest Space Marine weapon. Nice.
Mission parameters have now been
Damn, this is probably the smoothest game on this map I've had
I would not.
ever. At least recording it. Recording-wise. Oh, there's a new Lethal Company update out today. They added an Arachnophobia mode. They added a new monster. They added some new generation for the mansions on the higher moons. They removed some cheese you could do, and some other stuff. You know, Lethal Company had me thinking. I feel like the reason why I'm worried about modding killing that game is that a lot of the time, like, modders are probably adding things that the dev wants to add in the future. You know? And it just feels like a situation of the cart is being put before the horse a lot of the times. It's like, I'm fine with mods at the end of the day, but I do worry about modding killing the game in a way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, maybe he's like, oh yeah, if they can just mod it in, that works for me, you know. I don't know, but you know, we'll see. I do hope that game continues to be successful, because my golly, that guy deserves it. But with that, if you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Now have a good one. Look, it's my UI. Bye bye.